Today we are going to learn a very entertaining poem by John Donne, The Sun Rising. So at the starting, I am saying that this is a very interesting and entertaining poem, The Sun Rising. John Donne was an English poet, scholar, soldier. He is considered the preeminent representative of the metaphysical poets. His poetical works are noted for their metaphorical and sensual style and include sonnets, love poems, religious poems, Latin translations, epigrams, elegies, songs, and satires. He is also known for his sermons. Donne's style is characterized by abrupt openings and various paradoxes, ironies, and dislocations. So this poem is also having the, we can say, abrupt opening and a very shocking opening. His John Donne's literary output, we can say, a very beautiful poem, a valediction forbidding morning, anniversaries, batter my heart, death be not proud, devotions upon emergent occasions, holy sonnets, paradoxes and problems, songs and sonnets, and the canonization. So these are the important literary works. The Sun Rising, this poem, मराठीमध्ये आपण असं म्हणू शकतो की साधारणपणे सूर्य ज्यावेळेस उगवतो त्यावेळेस सगळं जग त्याची वाट पाहत असतं, कारण तो अंधकार दूर करून आपल्या जीवनामध्ये प्रकाश निर्माण करतो. या ठिकाणी जॉन डन याने मात्र या कवितेच्या सुरुवातीलाच सूर्याचं जे वर्णन केलेलं आहे आणि त्याला तो असं म्हणतोय की बिझी ओल्ड फुल असं म्हणून तो सूर्याला म्हणतोय. अनरुली सन हा पण कसा आहे, सूर्य कसा आहे तर अनरुली आहे, तो आमच्या आयुष्यामध्ये नवीन काही घेऊन येऊ शकत नाहीये असं तो म्हणतोय. कारण ही कविता आहे दोन प्रेमींमधली. प्रेमी आणि प्रेमिका दोघ जण झोपलेले आहेत आणि सूर्याचा ज्यावेळेस उदय होतो त्यावेळेस ते दोघं आता एकमेकांपासून दूर जाणार आहेत आणि त्याच्या विरहासाठी तो विरह होऊ नये त्यांच्या आयुष्यामध्ये, म्हणून ह्या कवी जो आहे, हा जो स्पीकर आहे, तो स्पीकर या ठिकाणी म्हणतोय सूर्याला अशा प्रकारे दूषण तो देतोय. and that's why he is describing that the sun is busy old full and also unruly. अशा पद्धतीने तो सूर्याचे जे वर्णन आहे तो वर्णन हा कवी किंवा स्पीकर या कवितेचा करतो आहे. फर्स्ट I will read out the poem, then we will discuss in detail regarding the poem, the form, the structure, and also how the stanzas they are interconnected. Basically this is a 3 stanza poem. या कवितेमध्ये 3 स्टांजा आहेत. 10-10 ओळींचा एक स्टांजा, अशी एकूण 30 ओळींची ही कविता आहे, द सन रायझिंग. So I will read out the poem. Busy old full unruly sun, why dost thou thus through windows and through curtains call on us? Must to thy motions lovers seasons run, saucy pedantic rage, go chide, let schoolboys and sore prentices go tell court's headsman that the king will ride, call country hands to harvest offices, love all alike, no season knows nor clime, nor hours, days, months, which are the rags of time. Thy beams so reverend and strong, why shouldst thou think I could eclipse and cloud them with a wink? If her eyes have not blinded thine, look and tomorrow let tell me whether both the Indias of spice and mine be where thou leftest them, or lie here with me. Ask for those kings whom thou sawest yesterday, and thou shalt hear all here in one bed lay. She is all states and all princes, I nothing else is. Princes do but play us. Compared to this, all honors mimic, all wealth alchemy. Thou son art half as happy as we, in that the world's contracted thus. Thine age asks ease, and since thy duties be to warm the world, and that's done in warming us, shine here to us, and thou art everywhere. This bed thy center is, these walls thy spare, these walls thy spare. So this is the poem. अशा प्रकारे ही कविता आहे. 3 स्टांजांमध्ये ही कविता डिवाइड केलेली असून प्रत्येक स्टांजामध्ये 10 ओळी आहेत, म्हणजे एकूण 30 ओळींची ही कविता आहे. द फॉर्म ऑफ द पोएम, आत्ताच आपल्याला सांगितलं, द 3 रेग्युलर स्टांजाज ऑफ द सन रायझिंग आर ईच 10 लाईन्स लॉंग. द राईम स्कीम, यामध्ये जे यमकाची जी जुळणी केलेली, द राईम स्कीम दॅट इज ए बी बी ए सी डी सी डी आणि ई ई. सो दिस इज द राईम स्कीम ऑफ द पोएम. आय विल गो विथ स्टांजा वाईज. प्रत्येक आपण स्टांजानुसार आता जरा जाऊया, म्हणजे मग त्याच्या संदर्भामध्ये आपल्याला एक्सप्लेन करता येईल. वी विल explain according to the stanza. So the first stanza, busy old fool, unruly sun, why dost thou thus through windows and through curtains call on us? Must do thine motions lovers seasons run? Saucy pedantic rage, go child, let schoolboys and sore prentices go tell court huntsman that the king will ride. Call country hands to harvest offices, love all alike. No seasons knows nor climb, nor hours, days, months, which are the rags of time. So this is the first stanza of the poem. As the characteristics of metaphysical poetry and the Donne's poetry, that the opening of the poem is very shocking and it is abrupt. That's why he has described the sun as the busy old fool. Stanza 1 begins with the speaker in bed with his lover, complaining about sun's beaming rays. Done expresses such as busy old fool and saucy pedantic rage to describe his annoyance with it, to describe his anger on the sun because of his rising ceremony. Now, the lover and the speaker, both of them have to depart from themselves and they have to start their routine. That's why he is angry. Now they are going to depart from each other. They are going to separate from each other. That's why the annoyance is described by John Donne in the poem. The speaker of the poem questions the sun's motives and yearns for the sun to go away so that he and his lover can stay in bed. That's why he's saying that don't disturb us, go to other people. For example, disturb the late schoolboys and sore apprentices. Go and ask the students now that there is a time to go to the school. So don't bother us. Go to that schoolboys. Go towards countrymen and ask them that get up, do ready for your daily routine. Otherwise, the king will be there and he's going to punish you. So go to these people, coachman, huntsmen, and ask them that they have to start their work, not to disturb the lovers, not to disturb the persons who are there in love and they are going to share their bed together. So go. Dunn is tapping into human emotions in personifying the sun, and he is exhibiting how beings behave when they are in love with another. The speaker in the poem believes that for him and his lover, time is the enemy. He asks, must to thy motion lover seasons run? Or, in other words, why must lovers be controlled by the sun? The speaker then tells the son to bother someone else. Go, child, let schoolboys and sore apprentices go tell court huntsman that the king will ride. तर अशा प्रकारे प्रेमी आणि प्रेयसी असे दोघ जण एकत्र आहेत. सूर्योदय झाल्यामुळे त्या दोघांना आता एकमेकांपासून दूर व्हावं लागेल. म्हणून या कवितेची जी सुरुवात आहे ती सुरुवातच जॉन डन या कवीने अतिशय ॲब्रप्ट आणि अशा शॉकिंग पद्धतीने विस्मयकारी अशी केलेली आहे की ज्याच्यामुळे आपण एकदम खडबडून जागे झाल्यासारखे आपल्याला वाटतं. बिझी ओल्ड फुल अनरुली सन, असं तो त्या सूर्याचं वर्णन करतोय. त्याचबरोबर तो शेवटच्या ओळीमध्ये असं म्हणतोय की प्रेमिकांसाठी, प्रेमामध्ये जे आहेत तरुण आणि तरुणी, त्यांच्यासाठी वेळ जी आहे ही वेळ त्या दोघांमध्ये असलेलं जे प्रेम आहे ते प्रेम त्यांच्यापासून दूर घेऊन जाते. म्हणून त्याच्यामुळे रिअल एनिमी, शत्रू जर प्रेमिकांचा कोणी असेल तर तो म्हणजे ती वेळ आहे, असं या ठिकाणी जॉन डन पहिल्या स्टॅन्झामध्ये म्हणतोय. द सेकंड स्टॅन्झा begins with, thy beams so reverend and strong, why shouldst thou think I could eclipse and cloud them with a wink? But what I do not lose her sight so long. If her eyes have not blinded thine, look and tomorrow late tell me whether both the Indians of spice and mine, beware thou leftest them, or lie here with me. Ask for those kings whom thou showest yesterday, and thou shalt hear all here in one bed lay. सो दिस इज द सेकंड स्टँजा. या दुसऱ्या स्टँजामध्ये कवी जो आहे या कवितेचा तो असं वर्णन करतोय की त्याची जी प्रेमिका आहे त्या सूर्याचे जे किरण आहेत ते इतके किरण तीव्र आहेत की त्याच्यामुळे त्याने आपले डोळे बंद केले आणि डोळे बंद केल्यामुळे तो त्याच्या प्रेमिकेला आता पाहू शकत नाही. म्हणून तो त्याला म्हणतो की इथून तू दूर निघून जा. In stanza 2, the speaker is saying how the sun believes its beams are strong, but he could eclipse and cloud them in a wink. Although he can shield his eyes from the sun, he does not want to do that because it means he would be also shielding his eyes from his lover. He says, but that I would not lose her sight so long. त्यामुळे सूर्याचे किती प्रखर किरण जरी आले तरी सुद्धा त्यांना मी रोखू शकतो, कारण मी माझे डोळे बंद करू शकेल. त्यामुळे त्या प्रखर सूर्यकिरणांचा माझ्या डोळ्यावर कुठलाही परिणाम होणार नाही. परंतु त्यामुळे माझी जी प्रेमिका आहे तिचं दर्शन मला काही घेता येणार नाही. म्हणून ते सुद्धा तेवढा सुद्धा कालावधी आता आम्हाला दोघांना एकमेकांपासून दूर तू करू नकोस. The speaker proceeds to pre-mind the sun and tells it to set, come back the next day and tell him whether both the Indias of spice and mine be where thou leftest them, or lie here with me. He wants the sun to tell him if all the kings, queens, riches, and gold of the world are still out there or laying in bed next to him. Towards the end of the stanza, the speaker confirms, ask for those kings whom thou showest yesterday, and thou shalt hear or hear in one bed lay. That is, his lover is above all kings, and beside him in bed are all the riches and gold that he could ever want. तर अशा प्रकारे हा दुसरा स्टांजा आहे की जो शेवटच्या ओळीमध्ये म्हणतोय की जगामधली सगळी संपत्ती जरी माझ्याकडे एकवटली आणि मला म्हटलं की आता तू तुझ्या प्रेयसीला सोडून या ठिकाणाहून निघून जा, तरी सुद्धा ते माझ्याकडनं शक्य होणार नाही. इतकं माझं प्रेम आहे, इतकी प्रेमाची शक्ती या ठिकाणी जॉन डन यांनी या कवितेमध्ये व्यक्त केलेली आहे. आणि स्पेशली इन द सेकंड स्टांजा. द थर्ड स्टांजा बिगिन्स, she is all states and all princes, I nothing else is. Princes do but play us. Compared to this, all honors mimic, all wealth alchemy. Thou, son, art half as happy as we, in that the world's contracted thus. Thine age ask ease, and since thy duties be to warm the world that's done in warming us, shine here to us, and thou art everywhere. This bed thy center is, these walls they spare. So within the last stanza, the speaker attempts to settle his anger in praising his lover. His lover is his world, and when they are in bed together, they are in their own microcosm of bliss, stating that nothing else is half as important as his lover. The speaker insists, thine age ask, ease, and since thy duties be to warm the world, that's done in warming us. Shine here to us, and thou art everywhere. This bed thy center is, these walls thy spare, which translates to his worrying about the sun's age and implying that all a sun is good for is warming up the world and its lovers. Once it does that, then his job is done. His lover is his whole world. And since the sun is shining on the bed composed of these two, then it is also shining on the entire world. So this is the poem. अशा प्रकारे ही कविता आहे, The Sun Rising. This is very interesting and entertaining poem which describes about the condition of two lovers and how they are engaged in their own world. They do not want to separate from each other. They just enjoying their company. They forgot about their situation. They forgot about the time So they have to just come together and have enjoy the life. So that's the John Donne is pointing out in the poem, The Sun Rising. So this is the poem.